when the touring, I'd ask myself, am I happy doing this? No. There were days that were amazing. Often, that end with like, partying, getting drunk, and just being like, God, this is great. And then you wake up and you're like, here I am, driving to Santa Fe from Phoenix, and it's so hot, and I gotta hide my weed in Arizona, or I might go to jail with a felony. Just like all these things are like, why don't I just stay at home, take care of my plants, walk my dog, make some money, not a ton, but like some, and Well, I can take care of my diet now too. Things that like you just so out of
control. Like a freaking personal trainer now. Like,
kinda. It's just been a couple months, but
hey, that's still something.
I
That's great.
love it. I know things that I can like start to dig my feet in the ground with instead of like, cool. I'll do good with my diet for a couple weeks, but then I got to go out of town for 3 weeks, and we're eating Del Taco, and we're we go to Whole Foods every day, but like that's for one meal. Then you play a place, and you
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. And I think I'm in kind of a similar position. I kind of probe because it's like, I've thought about doing the touring thing. And
have you never toured?
No. 29, never toured.
You never toured?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you had with our conversations.
No.
You're on the road.
Yeah, I mean, this is my tour.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm happy I'm doing it on my terms because I think about a week of getting into Portland, I felt like, I don't know if I would want to do this in a band.
Yeah.
There's you can't stop when you want to stop, or
no. You just have to trim all that stuff.
Yeah.
First couple of years you do, especially when you're like teenagers.
Sure.
And you're just full of energy, and you've never been to these places before.
Yeah.
Or never like with a band. You might have been to LA, but like, or something. But when you're just there with your friends, it's just like a whole new experience, and you just. Everything's fun, and this burrito's the best burrito I've ever had, and all these things that are just like enough to get you through. But then it just, the shows in my life, the shows have slowly gotten better over the years,
sure.
but there was never like this drastic, like, oh, now you're like getting paid and staying in more than
you got to get lucky. I mean,
you do. I've had this talk, maybe with you too.
I think I told you. I mean, this might have been a conversation we had, but it's like of all the people I know, there's only one person or one band with two people I know in the camp that have been able to tour on buses and make salaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
from all the people, same with me.
Everyone.
I know, about 2 or 3 people that
in our generation
can. Well, one of the, it's just near impossible.
Yeah.
Unless just everything just kind of falls your way. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bitter about it because like I love my past and like
sure.
the things I've gotten to do, and they're genuinely very. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
Except it would be nice if,
had to have gotten to that
one of those just shows that, and there's constantly that carrot in front of you.
Yeah.
That's what...
I think that's what keeps us going, though.
It is. But after a while, after you realize that you're just like going in a circle and you know what it means, especially it's just hard having a booker and a manager. Our manager has since, and was for most of the time of the band, been one of my favorite people, one of my closest friends.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, now that we're not managed by him anymore, we're still very close friends.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird having someone tell you things you have to do that you don't want to do. That's also like a really good friend of yours, and knowing that bookers and managers are making money while telling you to go sleep on the floors and go away from your families and go not make any money. It was just like, guys, I hear you, but it's just, this isn't a sustainable lifestyle by any means, unless you're really young or you're independently wealthy, I'm not opposed to touring by any means. I'd have to be compensated just not a lot, just enough to like make it viable that I'm not like constantly losing money and going into debt to just pay to play. It's so hard.
I know.